Right, you can call it political maneuvering, you can call it Democrat versus Republican, you can call it what you want. But on Wednesday, it was certainly interesting as state senator, outgoing state senator, who is term limited out, Butch Gautreaux, took some issue with the governor of the state of Louisiana, Bobby Jindal. Now, of course, Butch is a Democrat, the governor is a Republican. Is it a Democrat-Republican thing? It seems to go a little bit deeper than that. I read the letter on Wednesday night's Bayou Time. However, the senator did take the floor and read the letter himself. So in his own words, here's Senator Butch Gautreaux speaking to the legislators about the governor.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. Members, today is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2011. Governor Bobby Jindal has led our state now for approximately 3.5 years, and I think it's time to acknowledge some of the most notable achievements of his first term of governor of the great state of Louisiana. Governor Jindal, our most traveled governor, or maybe I should say the most traveled governor in Louisiana history, has logged well over 1,000 hours in state police helicopters, spending Sundays campaigning in churches, mostly across North Louisiana. Additionally, he has logged hundreds of hours in Army National Guard helicopters, traveling the coast after Hurricane Gustav and Ike and the BP oil spill in an effort to point out that President Obama was not here and the federal government was doing nothing. And while the state of Louisiana struggles with the national recession, having unprecedented unemployment, I think it was 8% unemployment when he took office, 3% when he took office, and now it's 8%. Governor Jindal crisscrosses the United States of America, delivering the curious good news of business growth and job creation under his leadership. Of course, all the while, Jindal's pointing out that Washington is out of control and he is prepared to bring his principles of success in on the hands of management, on his hands-on management style to our nation. That is, once he's back in Louisiana anyway.
Never been in politics.
For the wisdom he's delivered, millions of dollars were bestowed upon him by his adoring followers for his re-election campaign. Who can forget Governor Jindal's adamant and very public refusal to accept millions of stimulus dollars from Washington? And who can forget the very generous 6 by 2 foot presentation checks delivered to each and every parish of the state of Louisiana from the special checking account of Governor Bobby Jindal, along with the same inspiring speech, except insert here, the parish name. And I know how special I felt as we accepted the checks at the 5 parishes that I serve. Some were trying to throw dispersions upon those special occasions, saying the money doled out was federal stimulus dollars. But we know the governor refused those dollars. Let's not forget the encouragement the governor has given to our eldest veterans in his campaign travels, penning the veterans in his uninterrupted state travel, and of course the encouragement given to young people in Louisiana. Among those are the ability to pay more for education in state universities while losing core studies and outstanding professors by the minute. Graduates have much more job opportunities today, out of state that is. And special thanks should be given to the governor for his attempt to make smoking more affordable for our young people. And for special friends of the governor, great business opportunities have given adding big dollars to their bottom lines. Notables coming to light during the legislative session alone, the opportunity afforded to Vantage Health to participate in writing the RFP that they finally got, an unprecedented awarding.
Members, excuse me, Senator Gautreaux, before you continue. Members, could you keep the volume down just a little bit? That's much better. Thank you.
I could start all over again if you'd like. And for the special friends of the governor, great business opportunities have been given, adding big dollars to their bottom lines. Notably, the opportunity afforded to Vantage Health to participate in the writing of an RFP that gave an unprecedented awarding of book of business away from the Office of Group Benefits. In a meeting in Timmy Teeple's office, attended by the Commissioner of Administration, the governor's chief counsel, Teeple and 3 executives from Vantage Health instructed the executive director, Tommy Teague, to write the language so that it would fit Vantage Health. And of course, that's the contract that they got. How's that for transparency? Next, we have CNSI, a company headquartered in India, and being the former employer of our newest health and hospital secretary, had an RFP rewritten so that they could be eligible for the $34 million award for handling the Medicare billing and administration. Of course, we were told that they received that contract, of course, without legislative oversight. This again was done by the Administrative Act, bypassing the legislative oversight. We want to point out that those Louisiana jobs will now be headed to points unknown in a continuing gender effort on job growth, not for Louisiana residents though. And what I understand is their technology center is located in India, and that's probably where those jobs are going to be. And now it is my understanding that Bobby Jindal will be saving the state of Louisiana $10 million by firing 149 employees at the Office of Group Benefits as soon as I get my butt away from Baton Rouge. Of course, the flip side of this significant savings is that it will likely cost a doubling of that savings amount in additional cost to the state by placing the PPO plan in the hands of some favored private insurance company, again, as evidenced by the Chaffee report, steadfastly kept under the shield of new transparency by Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal. The real and yet unreleased final report is even more critical, I'm told, of this deal, but we haven't been able to see it. While resolutions from the legislature, Judges Association, the Office of Group Benefits Board of Trustees, and numerous state retiree organizations have been sent to Governor Jindal opposing placing OGB in private hands, the governor has seen fit to ignore all of us. I would be remiss not to sincerely thank the governor for one thing, and I mean it, that has stood out this year. It has been a long time since Republicans and Democrats have courageously stood together in opposition to Bobby Jindal's efforts to denigrate and devalue the contributions of state employees and retirees, along with other administrative efforts not in the best interest of the state of Louisiana. God bless Louisiana.
Joining us now, Senator Butch Gautreaux, and obviously, Senator, a very heated letter. So something triggered it. In your own words, I'll give you some time. What made you write the letter? I guess frustrations have finally reached the boiling point.
That's exactly it. Since a month before the legislative session began, we heard rumors that the governor was going to again sell. You know, of course, he openly said that he was going to sell the state prisons and what else. And one of the things that came out was that he had intentions of selling off the Office of Group Benefits. To explain, the Office of Group Benefits is the health insurance company. I guess it's really not a company, but it's the health insurance agency of Louisiana workers. It operates at really peak efficiency, according to several groups that look at public entities and the way they operate as far as efficiency and cost effectiveness. The Office of Group Benefits has operated, well, it is operating today at an operating cost of 3.5%. It has been improving over the years. It was in bad shape, admittedly, about 7 to 8 years ago. And I came on board, I became a member of the Board of Trustees about 6 years ago, slightly after Tommy Teague was hired as the new executive director. And Tommy's experience in the health insurance industry allowed us to keep coming up and up and up in efficiency and cost effectiveness to the point where when I got on board, all we got was complaints from policyholders and doctors and hospitals and other healthcare providers because they were not timely payments. People would, let the Office of Group Benefits know that they needed a surgery. The turnaround sometimes was 2 or 3 weeks on emergency surgeries, and it was just in really bad shape, not cost effective. Tommy came in and turned all of that around to the point where today there's only one hospital in Louisiana that does not accept the Office of Group Benefits, and every doctor who refused to accept it in the past now is on board, and they accept that insurance, and it's the rates are competitive, actually a little better than there is in the private sector. The big thing is that it's we get our discounts from the pharmaceuticals, we get our discounts from the healthcare providers, and we have been able to amass. We went from being in the hole $34 million to having a cash reserve of $550 million. And so immediately, as we always, run into trouble here at the state, the governor's office looked at that healthy reserve and decided they wanted to go after it. Well, the problem was that there's a constitutional amendment, thank God, that disallows the use of those funds for anything but the health care of the members. And because it is the members' money that's going in along with that state contribution of 75%.
Certainly an interesting letter read the outgoing State Senator Butch Gautreaux. When we come back from the break, what did you think about the letter? We took phone calls here on Bayou Time. We'll show you a sprinkling of those comments and let you see what the public thought about the comments. It's all next.